Hell has a logical place in a universe in which right and wrong matter. There should be penalties for acting destructively, in theory. But we don't want the punishment to be excessive, or else the punishment itself will seem unjust. And the common understanding of hell can make God seem pretty cruel. We say he's a God of infinite love, but we also say that if we fail to respond appropriately to that love, then he'll torture us forever. Could that be right? Here's something interesting. There is no word for hell in the original manuscripts of the Bible. Hell is a word that old-time Bible translators took up as a shorthand term to represent a number of these culture-specific words used in Scripture to describe an after-death destination. For example, the Old Testament word often translated hell is Sheol, which is a word the Hebrews might have used to describe the grave or simply death. We're not sure what it means, but we do know that many of the ancient Hebrews didn't even believe in an afterlife. When Jesus talked about what we call hell, he usually used the word Gehenna, which was the name of an actual valley near Jerusalem, a place used as a dump for garbage and carcasses and sometimes even bodies. He evidently meant to say that there is an awful destination for those who don't live righteously, but he used the word metaphorically because obviously we don't actually go to that valley after we die. Well, when translators were faced with these difficult metaphorical terms, they decided to use the word hell as a translation. Hell was the name of the abode of the Old Norse pagan god of the afterlife, but it was a familiar word to Westerners, so translators thought, we'll just use the word hell because people already associate it with nasty places in the afterlife. But by using that word, they led people to believe that Jesus' idea of the nasty place was exactly like the old mythological idea of the nasty place, and people ran with that. The Bible does not describe a place of endless torture that would make God seem sadistic, but it does describe judgment and a certain destination of inescapable regret. Jesus seems to indicate that those who don't trust God and haven't learned to love others as God does will be judged and sent to a terrible sort of prison to await the day at the end of ages when this prison and all the demons and even death itself will be thrown into a fire of destruction. The Bible calls this the second death. Every destructive thing will be permanently destroyed, even destructive people. It's the ultimate mercy killing. It's merciful, but tragic. We're probably right to balk at the common caricatures of hell and a supposedly mean God, but we'd be very wrong to just dismiss the idea of judgment to come. I mean, to be kept out of heaven is to suffer suffocating regret and eventually to die forever, blotted out, no do-overs. What would it take for a person to convince himself to choose that?